This video is just about complaining. There's no real point to it. And honestly, I don't even care if you guys make fun of me. Gotten a lot of hate ever since those videos I made just talking about how I feel, and I guess it's justified, but yeah, anyway, I'm just tired of living. I really am. I don't want to do this anymore. Nothing is fun. I keep forcing myself to do shit I don't even fucking want to do. I literally tried to believe in Jesus. Just out of desperation, just out of a hope that something good would come of it. You know, I tried gotten sober many times over the past couple of years. Never really made much of a difference, unfortunately. And that hurts because, you know, I've gotten that for years, and same thing with like the Jesus thing or the exercise thing or the yoga thing, whatever. You tell yourself it's going to work. You say, well, you got to deal through this discomfort and something good will come of it, but it doesn't ever work. And these fucking retard people keep telling me it gets better, but well, they're just saying that as something nice to say, but you know, the fact of the matter is things don't get better unless you do something about it. And you know, do you know what I'm about to say next? I've already said it 5 times anyway, so that's what that's about. Yeah, people have been telling me it gets better for a long time. And I wish I had just killed myself in like 2019 or 2020 when I still had some dignity and some soul, you know. Because nowadays I am just absolutely disgusted by the human being that I am and my lack of capability in life. It's disgusting. And I know it's not the world's fault. There was a time when I was younger I thought, you know, it's just everything else, but very clearly it's something wrong with me, you know. And I had a viewer, actually 2, can you believe this? 2 viewers who were therapists, at least that's what they claim, and I did speak with one of them for a few weeks. But, I mean, the thing about therapy is, let's say I was missing my left hand, right? And I go to therapy and I say, you know, God, man, I just miss my left hand so much. It's just so hard to live life without my left hand. And the therapist is just going to say, well, you know, this is your new reality. You got to adjust to it. You know, it's like that. It's just different ways of looking at things. Therapy isn't going to magically make the problems in your life disappear. I think at the very best you can hope for is, I believe, what they call cognitive behavioral therapy or something, where you kind of identify these patterns within yourself and try to change them. Um, which is funny enough what I've been trying to do my entire 20s. My entire 20s have been fucking pathetic. I mean, for the longest time I just kept hanging in there like we're going to do something, man. I remember for the longest time every time I would take mushrooms it would be like we're going to change the world. We're going to get in shape. We're going to start businesses. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. You know, but you have to actually have some kind of a resolve. I don't know. And yeah, the people telling you that it's going to get better, they just want you to feel better. It comes from a place of love. It comes from a place of kindness. But, you know, personally, I hate to tell you, I've known more than a couple of people who lived a less than ideal life. I mean, I guess I can't say because I'm not them, but from my perspective, looking to them, I saw some kids that I grew up with live some very less than ideal lives and then just die very young. And my question to these people is, would you have told him it's going to get better? Because it never got better for him or my other friend. They just lived a shitty life and died. It's crazy. I don't think some people can admit that. I think, like, when I talk with my family, like my parents, I think that's what's going on with them is like, they just they feel like they've done everything right, so they sort of refuse to accept that I would just not be happy in this life. And again, I'm not blaming them at all, not one single bit. Any issue I have is on me, but yeah, I think that's what it is. I think a lot of people really do struggle to just sort of admit that, yeah, sometimes life is just dog shit and then you fucking die, you know? And I'm so much more fortunate than other people. I really am. I'm a man of privilege, I think they say. So I can't really complain. I don't live in a third world country. I have a roof over my head, but yeah, I got nothing to say to that. It's just that actually makes me feel more pathetic. You know, you'd think if I was in a like, you know, it'd be one thing if I was like a starving child in Africa. I was talking to the doctor. I saw this therapist, or well, I don't know if she's a therapist or a fucking psychologist or something. And I was telling her, like, you know, is a child in Africa depressed because he doesn't have food? Like, is that depression that his family can't afford even clothes? Is that depression, or is that your life just fucking sucks, right? Ugh. I'm just tired of trying, man. Tonight I went out to the Aztec and to see a show, kind of forcing myself. My buddy Gus invited me, and I was pretty excited because I hadn't seen his band play live before. And I really tried to hype myself up, but I was just there and I was just pissed off, and the music was loud, and I was just looking at all the people, like, wondering if they're having fun. Or like, why are they having fun and I can't enjoy this, you know? And it was even a way busier night than it normally is. The Aztec is pretty mellow, especially on blues nights. Tonight there was actually some pretty girls and stuff, pretty decent little crowd going on, but I mean, what does that matter? What am I gonna do? Talk to these fucking people? Every time I give up, dude. I just can't relate to people. My last relationship, I put my heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears into it, and I got nothing but pain out of it. I got nothing for pain and bad impressions of women in general, which is not a healthy way to think. It killed me. I really tried on that relationship so fucking hard. Cause you want it to work, You just want it to work, but and again, that's on me. I'm not trying to put that on anyone else. It's like if I was just a normal person that's my age, I'd be into whatever they're into, TikToks or whatever. Man, if a girl if a girl showed me a TikTok, I'd be like, don't ever fucking talk to me again. Go gamble. Okay, now this guy fucking rocks. He says go gamble. Put your headphones and a beer with your headphones, a beer, and a dream. Fucking love this guy. Who is this? I don't think I've seen him in here before. SO. Dude, okay, so actually, I'm not even fucking kidding you, dude. I've been really thinking about quitting my job, and I want to do something drastic. I want to do something like a make it or break it moment. I'm done. Like, I live in Groundhog Day, dude. I, every single week is the same week. Nothing ever changes. I would actually love to be a gambler. I've actually been thinking about it. The United States is sort of having a gambling renaissance right now. You got the DraftKings and the sports. I mean, fuck, you can bet on anything, dude. You can bet on a speech a politician's gonna get. You can bet on fucking anything. And I was just thinking, maybe it's time to read one of those blackjack books or something like that. I got that Sega Casino game on the Nintendo DS a few weeks back. I was kind of prepping. I was learning all of the casino games, like the roulette and the craps. Uh, anyway, long story short, my demo did not go well because I got fucking wiped out. I kept on having to restart a new game, and I'm thinking, fuck, if this was real money, I'd be like negative $10,000 right now. But at the same time, if I could get myself into a lot of debt, that might just be the push I need to finally kill myself, and that would be a beautiful moment. I would shoot myself out of a cannon. That's the dream. Andres Orozco says Instagram Uno is also now in Vegas. Or I guess Uno is now in Vegas. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sosa Bang says nighttime warehouse worker, then gambler. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That still sounds really fucking depressing. But, you know, I bet the gambling adds a nice little aspect to it. And if you go to the casino, that seems like a social scene. You probably could maybe meet a lady or a friend there. That's the kind of lady I need. I need a lady who's just a straight up degenerate. Someone who just doesn't mind throwing their entire life away like me. That would be awesome. Just some fucking chain smoking, gin drinking bitch who's just playing blackjack all day. She gets drunk and she's mean to me. She hates me. If they're broke, you're busy. Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool though. I have been thinking about that. Or just, you know, I have citizenship in 3 different places. I was thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe go somewhere and just, you know. You know what? I feel like I could just from how expensive it is to live, because I don't know if you guys know this. San Diego, like North County where I'm at, is widely considered to be one of the most expensive places in the country. In fact, it might even be more expensive than New York last time I checked. Like, it really is fucking ridiculous over here. I was watching an Instagram video in Italy. These people selling those Neapolitan style pizzas, 3 fucking euros for a pizza. And I was, which is like, you know, $4 maybe, 3 something. And I thought, fuck, dude, I buy those exact same type of Neapolitan pizzas and I pay $19 for each one. And I could eat 2 of them in a sitting. So if I wanted to get full on them, it'd be $40. I guess that's the least of my worries when you look at everything from the outside looking in. But that's something that pisses me off so much, man. Kansas City, get a cheap apartment, go to Angie's List for gig jobs. All right, so that's not a terrible suggestion. You know, I just keep thinking, why? For what? What's the point? Same thing with music, dude. It's like, what if I did practice and become good? So what? What difference would it make? Who cares? I'm still gonna be unhappy. Although I do think the gambling would add an element of excitement to my life. Probably. I don't know. Need something. It would be excitement for about 2 seconds and then a very deep, dark depression of like, oh my God, I just lost all my money. Why am I like this? Why do I do this to myself? It's bad enough to play the scratchers, you know. Yeah. I think I'm probably going to delete this channel soon, but I don't want to delete it because out of all the channels I've had, Forman's Basement 1 and 2 were the only channels that ever really did anything. And I really regretted deleting Forman's Basement 1, but that's just, you know. And now I'm thinking this channel just feels tainted, you know. I just crashed out one too many times on this channel, and there's just nothing left to do. And like I was saying earlier, the response that I got on those, I crashed out the other day and uploaded a series of videos just bitching about my life, and I got roasted to a goddamn crisp by the fucking comments. I mean, these people were fucking ruthless. 2 people told me to actually just kill myself, which props to them, honestly, but yeah, there's no winning. I don't have any excuse for why I feel the way I do. I just do. It's not like I haven't tried to change it. Those people are probably right. It's like they say, if the whole room tells you you're drunk and to sit down, well, you might be drunk. It might be time to sit down. But yeah, this channel just feels like a waste. And oh yeah, and I didn't even talk about this, but I've been desperately trying to get any kind of sponsorship, somebody to send in. I'm trying to reach out to these companies to send stuff in for reviews, because I think my review videos do great. They do several thousand views for all the harmonica review videos, way better numbers than I could ever hope for. And we're talking about exclusive models like the Thunderbird or the Marine Band Deluxe. Imagine if I did something nice and simple like a Kongsheng. That'd probably garner, maybe 10,000 on the higher end of the spectrum. Of course, I could just buy the harp, but I don't know. Yeah, I reached out to Honer before anyone else, and I was hoping, at the very least, I was hoping that they would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're not looking to sponsor anybody." But I messaged them. They said that they would get back to me in a week, and then they just left me on red. And then I commented on like two of their posts, like throughout the days as I was seeing them, like, guys, you said you were gonna get back to me, and they just never fucking did. Like, I'm not. I'd be lying if I said that didn't hurt a little bit. Again, I was just expecting them to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Frank. Like, we are currently not looking to sponsor any new art." But no, they just fucking left me on red. But I'm an embarrassment of a fucking channel. I mean, like I said, I crash out all the time, so it makes sense. It's like I said in the comments. I wouldn't expect Honer to necessarily sponsor me. If I was Honer, certainly I wouldn't sponsor me. Then I reached out to Suzuki. Then I reached out to Seidel. I get pissed off too because I spent so much fucking money on their goddamn harps and none of them is good enough. Like, the Seidel Big Six is like, all right, it works, but the Blue Session Steels are fucking dog shit. I talked to the U.S. representative. He said he was going to give me a code if I bought an 1847. At the time, I said no, but I should have taken that stupid fucking code. And then again, I just go back to, what does it fucking matter? Who cares? Literally, who fucking cares? Low fade and a fringe. Dude, you're reading my mind tonight, Sosa. That's the other thing. You're literally reading, like, my future plans, bro. Like, yes, I am planning to become a gambler. And also, I was thinking of just shaving all. I got some clippers, and I just want to I want to be just completely bald and just get rid of all of this, and I don't know, just look like one of those bald Mexicans or something. The hair's been pissing me off lately. It gets in my face, and when I was younger, I kind of wanted to, like, look nice in case I ever meet a girl, but I don't even fucking care anymore. If I met a girl now, I'd just tell her to fuck off. But at the same time, if I fully buzz it now, at this point in my life, I don't think I'll ever go back to long hair. So again, it's the same thing as deleting the channel. I'm like, I want to delete it, but then it's like, once it's gone, it's gone. Just like the hair. Once you get rid of it, it's fucking gone. I should just reinvent myself. I don't have the energy to reinvent I'd rather just fucking kill myself or die. Like, yeah, I could just change my entire life, move somewhere. I mean, no, I couldn't. You would need money to do that realistically, but even if I had the money, what the fuck am I going to do? Low fade and a fringe cut. I don't like any of those fades. Hey, what's going on, Jeffrey? How you doing, buddy? Long time no see. I'm not into what they call fades or whatever. If I was to cut my hair, I have the clippers here at home. I'm just gonna go all the way everywhere. No, all facial hair, everything. Might even do the eyebrows too, do it Sid Barrett style. Show up to work looking at everybody all creepy. Yeah. Also, I've been getting pretty fat lately, and the beer gut just does not work with the long hair. It's like you can either have long hair and be thin and kind of look okay, but if you have a beer gut like me, you might as well just let the hair go. Fuck it. All right, Jeffrey. Happy Halloween, man. Thank you for joining us. Jesus, it's only been 19 minutes. It feels like I've been doing this for a fucking hour, and I'm only here because I'm pissed off. Like, it's just one of those days I'm so fucking angry. Like, it's either this or I'm going to start punching walls in the garage. There's just nothing else. Fucking waiting all day for this goddamn show that started at 9. Great show. I love the band, but... And then I didn't want to drink because I was scared that there was going to be DUI stops since it's Halloween. And then I got really hungry, so I ate something on the way home. So now, even if I drank 6 beers, it wouldn't make a fucking bit of difference because my stomach is full. Probably going to be up until 3, realistically. Yeah, I just fucking hate everything. I really do. Hi, my name is El Shade. I'm from Ethiopia, 27 years old. I just started playing harmonica. I don't know if you have a harmonica. I don't know if you have harmonica you don't use or you want to give away. I only have C harmonica. Uh, yeah, man. Add me on Instagram, unlucky_Frank. I'll see if I can send you out some harps, bro. Um, RB King says gambling's great till the money runs out and there's panhandling and always Krishna. Thank you for that one, Randall. Yeah, it's so funny. The same way that people sorry about that. The same way people tell me that Jesus is gonna come save me, there's this guy at the jams, TK. I love him, he's a good guy. But he's always trying to tell me that I have to live for Krishna and that Krishna will solve all my problems and Krishna this and Krishna that, and he's always got this paint up here near his nose, and he does his little prayer every now and then. I've seen him go out and do his little, or this chant or something, I don't know. Yeah, he's one of those Hare Krishna guys. Yeah, I don't know why I brought. Oh yeah, anyway, so he's always telling me Hare Krishna is gonna save me. I said, buddy, I was in such a bad mood the other day. I told him, TK, let me tell you something, buddy. You better hope. You better fucking hope Krishna is not real. Because if Krishna is real, I'm gonna fucking kill Krishna and then I'm coming for your ass next. Which was a bit far. I felt very guilty afterwards. TK's such a kind and gentle man. He was just trying to help and I just blew up in his face. But I don't want to hear about some fucking blue guy with 4 arms who plays the fucking flute, dude. I'm sorry. I don't, I can barely handle the Jesus people. I mean, come on, man. Fucking Christian. George Harrison, when he got stabbed, I was just reading about this the other day and it made me think of TK. Late in his life, George Harrison, someone broke into his house and stabbed him. You know what this motherfucker did to defend himself? He starts going, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. His wife had to hit the guy with a lamp to knock the guy out, subdue him until the police got here. George Harrison was stabbed in the lung, and a few months after that, he came down with lung cancer. That can't entirely be a coincidence, right? Of course, he was a heavy smoker. There's that. We have to take these things into consideration. Yeah. Yeah, what a fucking nightmare. Every holiday is like this now. I mean, I guess Halloween might not really be a holiday, but I'll tell you, I used to really enjoy Halloween, and I used to really like horror movies and handing out candy. There's no trick-or-treaters where I live now, but watching scary movies, playing a scary video game, putting up decorations. I used to love that shit. I used to love Thanksgiving. I used to love Christmas. You wouldn't know it from the way that I talk about my life nowadays, but I used to love Christmas. I'm not even religious. I just think it's fun. I like the lights. I like the spirit of being around people, like the spirit of community. I don't really particularly care for my family, I guess. And I don't really have that many friends, but I like the thought of it, like the spirit of Christmas, just like the thought of being together. Fuck, dude, my last family Christmas was so fucking bad. We're all discombobulated. There's no good vibes in my family. That's what I can't fucking stand. One day of the year, you can't fucking act like a decent human being. Like, I don't know. I told myself after last Christmas, I'll never show up for another one. They can fucking suck me sideways. Take a big hydraulic suck on my nuts. The whole world can take a big hydraulic suck on my nuts. I'm tired of politics, especially. Politics makes you hate everyone, man. I hate libtards and I hate MAGA faggots. I hate all the entire spectrum. If you like either side, go suck my fucking asshole, dude. Like, I can't stand it. I really can't. It's a delusion. They're two sides of a coin, and these people are too fucking stupid because they align themselves to one party. And I'm saying this as a fool, by the way. I'm saying this as an ignoramus. Jeffrey Boyle says, I've seen some good Harrison stuff on YouTube lately. Yeah, I bet you have, man. Shapeshifter says, what happened? Why did you stop liking Hollywood? I just stopped liking everything. I just hate my life. Like, when I was in my late teens, I always thought my life would just come together. Something would happen. When it didn't, I spent my entire 20s trying to make something happen, trying to make myself better. And nothing ever worked. So there's your answer. I'm sorry, I get tired of answering that question after a while. Yeah, it's just everything, bro. Like there's no, I could sit here and unload on you for 2 hours. We wouldn't even be scratching the surface, the tip of the iceberg. Yeah. You know what else I hate is social media. God, I've been seeing some fucking god awful shit on Reddit lately. I don't know what happened to my algorithm, but it's showing me I can at least deal with the political stuff, but lately it's been showing me disturbing things like scenes of violence, things I don't want to see, and I don't know why it keeps showing me this stuff. And every time I'm scrolling through and I see this stuff, I click the 3 dots and I'm like, don't show me this anymore. This makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to see this. Really disturbing stuff. I got to get off the Instagram. I delete it pretty often, but I always just come back to it. I feel like it's already Monday. I feel like tomorrow's already going to be Monday. Like, what difference does it make? I'm going to wait. I'm not going to sleep well tonight. If I'm lucky, I'll get 2 or 3 hours. Wake up at about 6. Try to do something with the day, but I'll just sit around. I won't do anything. Shapeshifter, so are you looking for answers or compassion? No, I'm just here to let people make fun of me, man. I'm just here to vent and let the people call me a retard and tell me to kill myself. That's all. No grand illusions here, bud. It's so funny. I thought I was going to play harmonica when I first started this stream. I don't know how people play if they don't feel good. I go through times I don't even play for, days, sometimes weeks. I don't understand how people... There's this guy, David Felt, that used to go to the jams a lot. He moved to Arizona. I remember one time he was like, you gonna get up? And I was like, nah, I only like getting up when I'm feeling, I just want to feel good before I get up, like feel motivated and ready. And I always remember this. He said, well, for me, Frank, when I get up there with my guitar, everything else just melts away and I instantly feel good. So like what he was saying is like, for him, that's like his high, like that's his. And I just thought, man, that's so fucking beautiful. Why can't I even just have that at least? Instead, I need these fucking specific conditions to play. I try to play without said conditions, and they're the worst sets of my life. I leave the club. I leave the brewery angry with myself. Yeah. So yeah, there are no answers, Shapeshifter. You could hand me a winning lottery ticket, and I promise you, I'd fuck it up one way or another. I fuck up everything. That's what I'm good at. Sabotage. Every meaningful thing in my life. I brought a beer in here with me to the garage, but I don't really see the point in drinking it because, like I said, I'm on a full stomach of Jack in the Box, so it's not gonna fucking do jack shit anyway. Do you have a specific genre you like to play? I play predominantly blues music, traditional blues. Happy Halloween, guys. Enjoy this very sad beer that, standing at 4.6%, stands about 0% chance of doing anything to me, but I almost want to chug it really fast, but it's a bottle beer. These things have so much carbonation. That's another thing that's been really pissing me off lately is like my liver got too strong. And now I just feel like beer is almost a waste of time, you know? And I love beer. I really do. Like the other day I said, I'm not going to drink whiskey tonight. Yes, like BB King. Well, not like BB King. Yes and no. Same style of music. I don't like that. I don't like BB King's arrangements. I don't like all those strings and horns. That's too much for me. But yes, blues as in, yeah. Anyway, yeah, the other day I was like, you know what? I'm not drinking any whiskey tonight. Tonight's the night. And I drank 6 beers on an empty stomach. It didn't do anything. By the end of the night, I had hiccups and indigestion. It's pretty sad stuff. You know what I want to see in this country? We need to make the drugs great again. That's what we need. You know, that fentanyl ruined everything. They got rid of the Quaaludes. They got rid of the barbiturates. I'm tired of it. You know, I got to read the canned heat book and hear about those beautiful drugs they had back then. And today, if I so much as buy an anti-anxiety pill on the black market, I'm risking a fentanyl overdose. Fucking Chinese people. That's where fentanyl comes from, right? That was a joke. People, that was a fucking joke. Not a very good one. Well, hey, maybe this stream gets reported and then the channel gets deleted, and then I have an excuse to not post videos anymore. Actually, you know, I think I'm wrong. I think it actually comes from Mexico. All jokes aside, now that I'm thinking about it. Either way, fuck that shit, dude. They took our barbiturates, however the fuck you call it. They took our Quaaludes. And what did they give us? Xanax. And this entire goddamn country is under this delusion that Xanax is a nice drug. Or any benzodiazepine. They're garbage. They're fucking worthless. They're the shittiest, stupidest fucking drugs. They serve one purpose, to go to sleep. And I guess maybe if you're having an anxiety attack. Okay, I'll give you that. But you know, this whole culture about Xanax with the rappers and stuff, I think it's so stupid. You know, like, at least lean, you guys remember lean, right? At least lean had an opiate in it. So that did make you feel good. Xanax doesn't make you feel good. It just makes you stupid. It makes you stupid and not worried. Alcohol at least makes you feel good, you know? And it also makes you stupid, but alcohol at least makes you feel good. See, that's the thing. Xanax to me is like alcohol without any of the fun. And you see all these kids obsessed with bars and popping benzos, and like the benzodiazepines are just such a big part of the drug culture now. And I just laugh because those drugs are useless to me. It's like they're not good. They're not fun. They're not enjoyable. It's not worth it, you know? Not to mention, I've taken Xanax a couple times and it just made me act weird. I kind of like would black out and like do just random stuff that I normally wouldn't do. So yeah, that shit's fucking stupid, man. Opiates, now those are real drugs. At least those make you feel something. Or the Quaaludes. I never tried them. I wouldn't know. Randall, are you still in here? Okay, we got Jeffrey and Randall. Did you guys ever do Quaaludes or barbiturates or anything like that? I bet those had a kick like a Georgia mule. I hope there's 5 people in here. I guess maybe they could be watching. Well, Jeffrey Boyle or Randy, if you guys are still watching, let us know, for us younger folk, if you ever got to try Quaaludes or barbiturates, that type of thing. Yeah. Just sounds like a much more fun class of drugs. I understand benzos are probably a little bit safer, but they can still kill you. So yeah, what's going on with that? We got to do and they do the same. They do it to everything. They just have to fucking ruin everything. You know, in the early 2000s, we had these lovely instant release Adderalls from Sandoz, the same company that synthesized LSD, if you can believe that. I had a stash of them for the longest time. And those were beautiful. That was a good product. That was a farm instant release. So you take them, you get the effect, and then it wears off. You deal with whatever come down. Nowadays, try to find that instant release. It ain't coming, buddy. I'm here to tell you. You're not getting it. What you will get is an extended release garbage. They're like these little micro granules inside of a capsule. And you think you can crush them, but for whatever fucking reason, even if you grind it to a fine powder, it will still be... Because I think it's a cellular thing, right? Or like a microscopic thing. And it's still extended release. So you're not getting the proper hit, right? You're not getting that inspiration. And by the time that the second half of the dose is kicking in, really, you just feel like dog shit. Randall says, all the Quaaludes, I crashed 2 cars with loads. Didn't feel either wreck or remember them. See, this is what I'm talking about, dude. That sounds awesome, Rand. Ugh. I wonder if they'll ever come back. I know somewhere in this country, in somebody's grandmother's medicine cabinet, there still lies a few pills here and there. Cheers to those. I'm probably going to have to delete this stream. I have said some horrible things tonight. Some very inappropriate things, especially the thing about the Chinese people. I don't think I'm ever going to live that one down if that one guy who's collecting dirt on me ever makes that video. I was joking, but fentanyl did come from China for a while, and I guess now it's probably coming from Mexico or something. I don't know. This is definitely the most degenerate stream I've ever done, because it just has no point. It's just me rambling about me being angry, how much I hate my life, and then talking about drugs. $11:58. Yeah, it's going to be a long night. I can already tell. Because normally I try to get to sleep by 10, 9 or 10, on any normal given night. The insomnia fucking kills me, too. I can't fucking deal with that shit, dude. Like, because when I can tell my body wants to rest, but I just can't get to sleep. Holy fuck, dude. And then sometimes I take these sleeping pills, like I'll take melatonin and doxylamine or whatever that over-the-counter one is, and sometimes they work. Then you wake up the next day and you feel like a fucking zombie. It's almost like I'd rather just stay up the whole night and just get shitty sleep and just deal with it than take the fucking sleeping medicine. I don't know. Lately, everything feels like such an ordeal. The sleep thing, the food thing, going out, you know. I keep forcing myself to go out. But again, it's just, what's the point? What am I going to do? There's this girl at the liquor store I go to. I really like her. Her name's Amy. I think she's like Russian or maybe Ukrainian. Just a sweetheart of a girl. And she always asks me how my day is. Like when I get off work, I'll go straight there and pick up, a half pint of J&B and a 6-pack or whatever. And sometimes it's just the best human interaction I have all day. And I was, I noticed she doesn't really talk to the other customers. And I was thinking, well, yeah, and I know, guys, you're not supposed to accost women at work. They're just doing their job. I understand this. But anyway, I thought, maybe I'll ask her out. And then I thought, well, like everything else in my fucking life, I said, for what? Why? What's the point? If she said no, it would actually be a relief. And if she said yes, I would be terrified. Because then what? I got to pick her up in my disgusting car. I got to try to make small talk with her. I'm going to try to learn about this woman. No, come on. Get out of here. I have problems. She's going to put up with my shit? No, dude. Come on. And then I also thought, I don't want to make this awkward because I come to this liquor store all the time. This is the only place that I can get J&B. And it's the only place that I can get Boddington's Pub Ale. And I tend to misread these situations, As a guy, a lot of times, if a pretty girl so much as says, hey, you're like imagining a future with her. Me, anyway. I guess I should say if you're a lonely guy. But, again, it's like, even if she said, yeah, I'll hang out with you, I wouldn't be ready for that either. I have nothing to offer. I literally probably couldn't even afford to take her out once every 2 weeks. I'd have to skip a few meals because of my fast food addiction. Damn, Rand. That sucks, dude. I feel it. 156. And that's in Alabama, right? Yeah. Well, I guess I'll try to look on the bright side. At least I don't have work tomorrow. Not that it fucking matters, though, because my days off, I just sit around being fucking miserable anyway. At the most, a good day off is if I manage to get some cleaning done or something. I am seriously upset with myself for not picking up whiskey tonight. Because it's 12 o'clock. I can't buy liquor anymore. No place is going to sell it at this time. No place near me. I'm just stuck with shitty-ass fucking 4% beer. And again, I could drink a 12-pack of this. It's just not going to do anything to me tonight. Not after those chicken sandwiches. It's going to be another fucking miserable night. Yeah, no, I get it, Shapeshifter. I get it. But for what? What am I going to walk around the park with her for? What are we going to talk about? I like the shittiest fucking... I like the shit that no one else gives a fuck about, you know? And I don't know anything about this girl other than she's really nice to look at and talk to. I don't know what her interests are. She also might be religious. She always wears this like Christian Catholic looking necklace thing. Well, not always, but you know. And the store has this big picture of Jesus over the counter. It's actually pretty funny. And then I thought, you know, oh, she's religious. Because I know how these Jesus people are, man. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them. Sorry, I didn't mean to stereotype. See, I got 5% battery. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep going until it runs out. But yeah. There's also the language barrier. I mean, she speaks good English, but there's definitely a little bit of a language barrier there. You got a still over there, Rand? Randy says he makes his own whiskey. That sounds kind of cool. That'd be awesome too, because then you know it's real whiskey. You know, a lot of times I'm broke and I buy this bullshit called Black Velvet. It's a Canadian blended whiskey. But much like Seagram 7 whiskey, if you look really closely at the bottom of the bottle, there's a fine print that says 75% neutral grain spirits. And even beyond that, let's just assume the other 25% is good whiskey, which it's not, but let's assume it was. Still tastes like shit. Fuck. I hate that cheap whiskey so much. But sometimes that's all you can afford, you know? Yeah, that Black Velvet, it's a Canadian product. I mean, hey, look, I gotta give credit where credit's due. Black Velvet is the best one of the cheap whiskeys. I mean, I buy it for a reason, but I keep it in the freezer. In my mind right now, I can taste the taste of frozen Black Velvet as I chug it on the average weekday night. Thanks, Jeffrey. I don't think that's gonna happen, buddy. I need motivation for that. There's this lady Olivia at the North Bar in Escondido. She told me that we were gonna start a Doors cover band, which I almost went through with, but I can't stomach the thought of being a cover band where like you're just pretending to be the band. You know, because music is everything, you know, it's not just this and that. So I'd want to play a little bit of everything. I'm going to keep this live stream up Just so that I have to face it in the morning. That way I can't run away from myself. I love doing that to myself. I love causing some shit and then dealing with it in the morning. Let everyone else watch the questionable things I've said and let them make their own judgments. Although, I'll tell you the truth, I don't hold a lot of hope for the judgments of the audience. I just don't want to do it, dude. Like, the thought of work on Monday, I just fucking can't. I can't. It just never stops. It never stops and it never gets better. I feel like I'm already stressed. I don't even think I'm going to be able to enjoy the weekend because again, for what? What does it matter? You just end up going back to work. Spend the rest of your fucking life there. The years fucking go by. The last 5 years have just been a fucking blur. I mean, I really can't believe it. Every single week, it's like it's Monday, I go to the Blues Jam, I blink, and then it's Friday again. It's a double-sided coin because it feels like it's happening really fast, but in the moment, it's just misery. Every fucking minute of the day. And nothing helps, nothing fucking works. I'm tired of trying. I feel so frayed. I feel kind of stretched a little thin. I'm just not the person that I used to be when I felt like myself. And you know the saddest part? I wish I could tell you I'm going to kill myself, but I'm not. Here's what's actually going to happen. I'm going to keep living this life, every day miserable. Every day just, I'm here, I'm showing up, I'm trying my best. And then one day I'll die. And that's it. That'll be the end of it. Nothing good will have happened. That's what I'm heading towards. I hope I can just make up my mind soon and just do something. Because I'm getting really sick of living like this. I'm disgusted. I fucking hate everything so much. I hate people. I really do. I hate them so fucking much. I don't want to be around anyone anymore. I don't want to have friends. I don't want to talk to girls. I just want to go into a hole and fucking shoot myself and never be found. Yeah, that's true. At least there's money coming in to buy drugs and booze. Better than being jobless and unable to drink. I think that's a big part of what keeps me employed because I just know how much exponentially more brutal life would be if I didn't have a job. I guess in a way that's kind of the only thing keeping my life together. And it sucks because all the job does is suck the life out of me. You know what makes me want to fucking cry? I'll get up in the morning and I'm driving to work and I hear a song and I say, "This is a great song. I'm going to play this as soon as I get home." But every single time, there's never been one time where I come home and I actually play the song. Because every time I come home, I'm fucking tired and I go straight to bed. I can't believe I'm 28. I should have been fucking dead 1,000 times over by now. I actually feel pathetic to still be alive. And you just have to keep doing it. I mean, unless you're going to kill yourself, you just have to keep doing it. That's the only choice. And the whole while you're trying to do something to help yourself, like yoga or Jesus. or exercise, and it never makes a fucking goddamn mother cunting bit of difference. And then everyone on the internet wants to tell you what your problem is. That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part, is when people who don't know me, who watch my videos, tell me what my problem is. Like the other day, this guy was like, on those videos I made where I was complaining, this guy's like, you know what your problem is? You compare yourself too much to other people. Like, oh, that's my problem. Guys, I just figured it out. That's my problem. I compare myself too much to other people. So if I just don't do that, I'll be okay. God, I wanted to reach through the screen and just stab this guy in the throat. Like, I mean, like the hateful comments, I at least get it. Because you see some, you see some jerk off on the YouTube screen, and yeah, it's easy to make fun of him. I understand that. But the people who think that they can tell you what your problem is, I gotta be honest, the response I got on those videos made me lose hope in the audience themselves, unfortunately. Because it's just amazing how astronomically off base some people can be, you know? And like I said, the hate I can handle. But the people who think they have the answers, it does kind of get to me a little bit. Especially that fucking guy. And you know what's funny? You guys will never hate me as much as I hate myself. I mean, again, the audience hates me for what they perceive, what they think I am. I hate myself for the reality of the situation. I know who I am deep down inside, and I can't hide from it. I can hide it from you guys. I can't hide it from myself. Well, I can kind of hide it from you guys anyway. So it's just so funny to me, like that guy that told me to kill myself. It's like, well, you say that, but it's almost kind of in vain. You're just kind of being mean. Like I actually do hate myself, but it's for valid reasons. You hate me for vain reasons that you made up in your head. Oh, really? Ping pong ding dong? Is that what you think? He says something as simple as I appreciate you from a stranger is just enough to hang on for a little bit longer. Okay, buddy, speak for yourself. I'm not going to align with that